One of the common questions we get asked is, how can Netreo actually affect my mean time to repair? Since reducing MTTR is high on the list for most technology managers and executives, this is an important question, and it has a big impact on getting actual cost savings to achieve return on investment. So let's just take a second and look at how this works in a typical environment. In a typical environment, you'll have several teams, each with their own tools. When an outage occurs, some time will pass, and eventually, one of the tools detects the problem. The team who owns that tool then starts to work on it. Usually, several other tools notice the problem pretty quickly afterwards and then alert their teams until we have multiple teams working in parallel to determine the problem. Sometimes the problem will even get bounced between teams a few times before the actual cause of a problem is found. Once we have the actual cause, the team that found it will typically work on diagnosing and fixing that problem until service is restored, and then notify the other teams that they found and fixed the problem, causing them to stop their troubleshooting process. And this is a pretty typical timeline in most outages. In this diagram, you'll see that we've also called out three key metrics: the time to detection, the time to root cause, and the time to resolution. Now let's look at how that works in a Netreo environment. In a Netreo environment, when that outage occurs, some time passes before it's noticed, but once Netreo detects the outage, because we are doing full stack monitoring, we can very quickly get to the actual cause of the problem, boiling down exactly what needs to be done and forwarding that message intelligently directly to only the affected team. That means they can immediately start working on a fix for the problem and restoring service. What this means is that in a typical environment, we're going to reduce the time to detection by up to 70% or more. We can also reduce the time to root cause by up to 95%. The results of this are simple: no wasted troubleshooting by other teams, reduced diagnosis time through intelligent alerting, which results in a total MTTR reduction of 75% or more in many customer environments. Thanks for taking the time to look at Netreo today.